प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तवं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। नारद उवाच प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरेन् नित्यम् आयुः कामार्थसिद्धये। प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमं नवमं बालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो इति नारदपुराणे सत् नारदपुराणे संकटनाशन गणेश स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम। ओम we do extracts from Guru Stotram. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Om. We'll do Dakshinamurti Stotram. First Dhyana and then we will go to Stotram proper. Om मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितः परब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्टान्ते वसदृषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जनन मरण दुःख छेद दक्षं नमामि चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयः स्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकम् असत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाते तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलान् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषंवादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्ये तत्पुनरश्रधा परिणतं चाश्वर्यमव्याहतम् Om. We'll now chant Gita Dhyan. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayatapatra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृततुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महते वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पथैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा कथमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः पुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा य पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः अथ नवमोऽध्यायः गुरुकृपा ईश्वरानुग्रह शास्त्रकृपा
Looks like the net is out for Mr. Mohan.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. இல்லை சார்
Are you muted or something?
சார் உங்கள் மைக்கில் ஏதோ ஒரு இஷ்யூ இருக்குது சார். Yeah, now your voice is
Yes, yeah, I am audible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So sorry
Yes,
for the
yes.
small inconvenience. Yeah. Now, till with Ishwara Anugraha, Guru Kripa, Shastra Anugraha, Shastra Kripa, Atma Kripa, we have at the end of chapter 9 of the Bhagavad Gita. We are at the end of chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita. I'll increase the volume some more so that. Is the volume okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's clear, sir.
Yeah, it's yeah. So we are nearing the end of chapter 9 of the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 9 is, we are at the midpoint of the Bhagavad Gita. And we will do the last verse of this chapter before we see the summary. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, last verse. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yukvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. Once more. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yukvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. So there is a 5-point program kind of on Ishvara Bhakti. So what are the 5 important steps? I'm sorry, I'll go back to, there are some calls coming and disturbing. There's a problem with hello?
Right now it is okay. We are able to hear you.
You're able to hear me now? Fine. Okay, fine. Incoming calls come and bother me. Yeah, now it's okay now? Okay. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha. 5-step program for bhakti. So we will not see it in the same order. We'll have to slightly change the order. Mad bhaktaha. We start with mad bhaktaha bhava. Become my bhakta. Now, what is the meaning of becoming Ishvara Bhakta? See, God has to become real for you and me. When I say you, as a seeker, God has to be real. You should, when somebody asks a question, they asked my Guruji a question, do you believe in God? He says, no, I don't believe in God. I know God. Do you believe in the existence of God? No, I don't believe. Belief is before knowledge. Existence. I don't believe. I know the existence of Ishvara. How do you know the existence of Ishvara? Did you have great grandparents? Did you have great grandparents? Has any one of you seen your great grandparents? At least their pictures. Yet, is there any doubt that the grandparents were there at any point of time? My ancestors were there? Absolutely. I don't believe in the existence of my great grandparents. I know that my great grandparents existed. Quite simply because I exist. In the same way, I don't believe in Ishvara's existence. I know Ishvara exists quite simply because there is a Srishti here. The Srishti is a mixture of Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti, intelligent cause and material cause. This is how a Bhakta evolves. Material cause and intelligent cause. The cause inheres in the product. So what you see is the product. This is a product and the cause inheres in the product. In the same way, this Jagat is a product and Ishvara inheres in the product. Ishvara cannot be away from the product. In fact, Ishvara is Pratyaksha for me now. See, Ram Avatara, Krishna Avatara, and other avatars are Paroksha. I will not get to see them now. Whereas Jagat Avatara as the material cause is a Pratyaksha Avatara available for me now. This is my bhakti. I see Ishvara as the Srishti, manifesting as the Srishti. So, Upadana Karanam. I see that the Srishti has been put together intelligently. The whole thing has been put together intelligently. There is a certain, wherever I see there, only because there is a certain order, because there is an intelligence. I am able to predict so many things. They say, there's another rainfall due. How? Because there's an order. The cloud formation, the rise in temperature, day temperature, the fall in night temperature, or change in temperatures, whatever, they all can be interpreted to arrive at certain conclusions. So, the whole Srishti is an intelligent order, and the whole thing is intelligently put together. And intelligence can rest only in a conscious being. It cannot rest without a conscious being. So, Ishvara for me is a conscious being. And therefore, Ishvara is available to me as a mixture of Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam, as a non-separate, intelligent and material cause of the universe. That is how he is available. Just give me a minute, I will join you back on the main device itself. Yeah, I'll join you back. Just give me a few minutes. I'm there. Few seconds, I'm there. Yeah, I'm back now. Yes. Yeah. 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 Sorry for this small interruption. Yeah. Okay. So when we say bhakta, when I see as a bhakti, Ishvara is real for me. When I say real, Ishvara is available to as Srishti, and Ishvara is available to me as an intelligent cause of this whole Srishti. But I find it difficult to relate to Jagat as Ishvara. So when I say Mad Bhakta Bhava, have Eka Rupa, okay, Saguna Ishvara, and you have many options. There are 6 major divisions, but among that there are many options. Anything can be the starting point for you. Having started at that point, it can be called an alambanam, a pratika or a pratima. It is no longer a pratima or pratika for you, it is Ishvara for you, because you have invoked the intelligent and material cause. That pratima, that idol, becomes a vigraha in which Ishvara is installed. It is no longer a pratima for you, it becomes Ishvara. And to that Ishvara, I pour my bhakti, devotion. And we'll see what else is needed in that devotion. So, Mad Bhakta Bhava. So, having me as a Bhakta, come to the second one. Mat Parayana. Don't have anything else other than me as your goal. Mat Parayana. You want to accomplish Artha Kama goals? Go through me. But if you want something beyond Artha Kama goals, think of no other goal than Mat Parayana Bhava. Don't go think, don't have any other goals other than me. Mat Parayana Bhava. All of us are seekers. We seek because there is an inner lack. There is an inner lack because of which we seek, and that seeking is valid. That seeking is valid. And there is, when I seek, what I seek, there is a picture given by people, a world picture. I must have material resources, money. And using the material resources, I must acquire pleasures. This is a world picture given. There is also a Vedic picture given. The Vedic picture is Artha Kama, that is, you acquire Artha Kama. It is valid. Your acquisition is valid. Your accomplishment is valid. But understand something about this Artha Kama accomplishment. Artha Kama accomplishment, Artha Kama by themselves are finite. And you don't seek Artha Kama for themselves. You seek Artha Kama so that in that acquisition, you knock that lack for a short while and you become acceptable to yourself. This is a Vedic picture. So, don't seek Artha Kama for themselves. Understand the limitation of Artha Kama and let me be the ultimate goal through Artha Kama. Mat Parayana Bhava. May I be your end and let bit Artha Kama be the means. What has been under our understanding? Ishvara is the means, Artha Kama is the end. He says just change the means and ends. Artha Kama is the means for me to achieve Ishvara, the end. Okay, change of means. Mat Parayana Bhava, Mat Bhakta Bhava, Mat Parayana Bhava, Madhyaji. Madhyaji means worship me. What do I worship? Okay, we have established worships. There are in the Veda Purva, there are established worships. And these worship for rituals for various worship. And all these worships are done for a certain purpose. Okay. If it is an Artha Kama oriented worship, you will say, you will do a sankalpa. For my kutumba, Shema Sthairya, Virya, Vijaya, Arogya, Abhaya, Ananda, Ashta Aishwarya Yogyata Siddhyartham. You will pay, may have the Yogyata to have all these Aishwarya. So may I have ends, may I have Artha, may I have Kama. May I be able to enjoy them. May I have physical fitness to enjoy all this. So there are rituals for that. Worshipfully, when I say Madhyaji, at some point of time, I am supposed to inquire into this worship. Start as an Arti Bhakta. Arti Bhakta is a fellow who is constantly whining and complaining. Become an Artharthi Bhakta. Become a Jigyasu Bhakta. Jigyasu Bhakta says, even if I have all this, will I be an adequate person? And that's where the discovery happens that you need to go towards moksha, freedom from being a wanting person. And that's a matter of knowledge. For this, I need adhikaritvam. Adhikaritvam comes from Nishkama Bhakti. I pray to Ishvara, may I have Jnana Vairagya Siddhi. Okay, so Mat Bhaktaha, Mat Parayanaha, Madhyaji. Then comes Mat Mam Namaskuru. Surrender unto me. Namaskuru. What do I surrender? My pursuit of Artha Kama and also moksha, let's say, or Jnana Vairagya Siddhi, is affected by a certain amount of anxiety. Will I be able to achieve all that I want in my lifetime? I want to live in a huge, sprawling house. In this lifetime, it is not possible. There is a dejection. Or if you are trying, hey, will it happen before I die? Will I be able to accomplish this before I die? In my lifetime, will I be able to see grandchildren? I mean, not only grandchildren, they want the wedding of grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Will I be able to see this in my lifetime? This is written with anxiety. So, when I surrender unto Ishvara, what happens is, I say, I have this Artha Kama. My effort for acquiring Artha Kama becomes Ishvara Arpanam. It's a worshipful activity. Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. And whatever comes to me, I accept with Ishvara Prasada Buddhi. When I say Ishvara Prasada Buddhi, even if I don't get what I really want, it's okay for me. Because it's Ishvara's Prasada. I did something, I got some result. The result was not in keeping with my expectation. That doesn't mean I am a failure. Because if I think I am a failure, I am going to be dejected. And the next time I put in my effort, anxiety will overcome me. When I do it as an Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, I know in Ishvara's scheme of things, I will get results according to Ishvara's order. And when results accrue to me out of Ishvara's order, it can be what I expect. It can be more than what I expect. It can be less than what I expect. It can be right the opposite. Results will come. And all results are acceptable to me as Ishvara Prasada. Maybe the unpleasant result I cannot happily accept, but I won't whine and grumble. And say, Ishvara, I will add a prayer. At least give me the strength to undergo all this. I am not resenting. I am not resisting what you have given me. Having given me this, they have given me one kavacha to handle all this. So, mat mam namaskuru. Now comes the first one, man mana bhava. It's a wonderful word. It's not a word. Man mana bhava is the recommendation. Man mana bhava. See, there is this inadequate being in us, a self-conscious person. I am a self-conscious person. And the self-conscious person looks at myself. I look at myself. I see a lot of inadequacies. I see a lot of lack. And I'm not happy with that lack. I want to overcome all of them. And this lack makes me feel insecure. My search for security begins there. And my search for security is in artha and in kama. And artha is wealth. I use the wealth to acquire pleasures. And pleasures, artha itself can be a kama. Artha itself can be a kama. Owning a lot of money can itself give a lot of pleasure. So, when I acquire artha kama, the lack in me is temporarily quietened. And I am that much more acceptable to myself. And my pursuit of artha kama continues. And if you quietly look at artha kama, what are the artha kama that we all seek? Material pleasures, objects. The latest gizmo in town. Okay, objects. I seek objects. I would like labels, decorated and for the sake of honor award, this award, that award. I would like to be decorated. I would like to be an erudite scholar. Not enough if I am an erudite scholar, I would like you to recognize me as an erudite scholar. They say, my God, what fluent English he speaks, what diction, what command over the language. It's not enough if I have all that I want you to acknowledge. Mind you, each one of them is valid. None of them is invalid order. One invalid desire. I speak good language, I would like you to acknowledge. Hey, the fellow doesn't hesitate when he speaks. It flows. And when you acknowledge, I feel good. And that adequate person is acceptable. So I want objects. I want labels. I want experiences. Whether you go to Maldives or Lakshadweep, you want an experience. You want an experience. Okay, you want an experience. And then you want to go to experience some other loka also. You want an experience. And then you want to relate. You would like to relate to people. You would like to have companions. You would like to have friends. You would like to be loved. You would like to love. All this is very, very, very valid. All perfectly valid. And when I don't get some of them, you know what happens? There is a longing. And this longing is something like Hindi, there is a beautiful word, tezab, acid. It eats into you. It eats into you. Longing for something, for an experience, for a person, for an event, for some label. This longing eats into you and prevents you from being a happy person. And this longing cannot be given up so easily. So Bhagavan says, Ishvara says, Man mana bhava, have that longing for me. It's an addiction, but the addiction is good for you. It will not eat into you. Man mana bhava, have this longing for me. See, it is said that I've seen some people, especially after they have lost their life partner, they become alone, the children are far away, and the person sometimes carries on a certain conversation with an alter ego. He seems to be talking to somebody, but otherwise there's no problem at all. There's absolutely no problem. Otherwise, he talks to somebody. He has certain friends in his mind from the past, some imagined, some real who have left him. So he or she, and it could be anybody, the person has a certain emotional, outlet through certain sources. Ishvara says, here Krishna comes and says, may I be that source. Invoke me. Talk to Bala Krishna. Talk to Agonab Krishna. Talk out aloud if necessary. Relate to me. I've seen a person, when I see means Pratyaksha, I've seen this person. She is a bhakta of Sri Krishna. If you go to her house, she has something like kutti. It is not just a puja thing. It looks like it's made out of chandan, a puja mandap in which Krishna is invoked. At the end of the day, the first thing in the morning, she will change. She will put fresh dress to Krishna. She will garland him. She will offer milk. She will offer food. In the evening, and then after offering food only she will eat. And if she goes out of the house, she will say, Krishna, I'm going out for a short while. Please forgive me. I'll back. I'm sorry I have left you alone. And she comes back and she sings a lullaby, and before putting Krishna to sleep, and then she will switch off the light and say, shh, don't disturb Krishna and go to sleep. A very elderly person. The children and grandchildren, they were looking at her indulgently and they thought this was a kind of certain madness. Krishna says, Manmana bhava, this is not madness. There's a certain longing, and this longing will give you chitta-shuddhi. This longing will prevent anxiety. This longing for Krishna alone will take care of your artha kama. Whatever comes is accepted as Ishvara Prasada. Whatever what effort is Ishvara Arpana Buddhi happens automatically. You are addicted to Krishna. Imagine a Meera, so addicted to Krishna, and Andal, so addicted to her Perumal. So Manmana Bhava. So he says, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhaktaha Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mahame Vaishyasi Yuktaivam Atmanam Mat. If you have these 5 points, Mam Eva Vaishyasi, you will Mam Eva Eshyasi, you will reach me alone. Okay, what is reaching alone? If you have this kind of bhakti, if you have this kind of longing for Ishvara, Chitta Shuddhi will happen. You will at some point of time definitely grow over Arthartha Bhakti. You'd already be in Jigyasu Bhakti. And when you are in Jigyasu Bhakti, it is Krishna's responsibility to provide you with a teacher, with the Acharya. And your Antakarana is prepared. Jnana Yogyata Prapti has been accomplished. And once Jnana Yogyata Prapti comes, the teacher will come and teach you. The teacher will reveal your Swarupa to you, and you will, you saw in one of those earlier, Shipram Bhavati, and it is as though like dry wood catching fire, you will reach me. And in case before Jnanam happens, this body falls. Krishna says, don't worry. Na pranashyati, me bhakta na pranashyati. This, once in case this physical body falls, before Jnanam takes place, the surviving, B2, B3, which is called Sukshma Karana Sharira, will go into a Sthula Sharira, where you will get ready Jnanam. Does it account for a Bhagwan Ramana or a Shankaracharya or a Swami, for our Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, who got into all this very early? In the previous birth, they were perfectly ready, and now instantly they got into Jnanam. So once you get into Jigyasu Bhakti, you will get Jnani Bhakti. That is the assurance that Krishna gives you. With this, we complete chapter 9, and we end the chapter with this reading. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitatsu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Raja Vidya Raja Guhyo Yogo Nama Navamodhyayaha. We have completed study of chapter 9. It is not enough if it stays here. It is no point in having it only as an intellectual information and capable post-dinner speaker. No. It should percolate into my system and transform me. Only then it works. Okay. So what we'll now do, I have made some notes on the entire chapter, and I shall share these notes with you. We will see how to look at chapter 9 as a whole. Now, the second section, we have to understand the second section like this. The second section is called Madhyama Shatkam. It handles Ishvara Swarupam. In Ishvara Swarupam, chapter 7 and chapter 9 are very similar. Chapter 7 and chapter 9 talk about Ishvara as Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam, a mixture. And it says, you must know it well. Samagram Mam, I will explain to you fully and properly, so that moksha so that you will get moksha. You will, only then your mind will be ready for moksha. What is that moksha? Again, moksha is knocking off that inadequate person in you. That is moksha. Moksha is not going anywhere, is not coming anywhere, not growing horns, not getting a halo. There is an inadequate person there. You knock off the inadequate person and you see the illegitimacy of this inadequacy. That is moksha. Okay. So, chapter 7 and chapter 9 talk about Ishvara as Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. Chapter 8 is something not directly connected to all this. Chapter 8, they talk about Krama Mukti. Meaning, suppose you don't come to this study at all, what happens? So, chapter 8 is something, it's a little offbeat kind of thing. It is what if you have not even discovered value for this study and you want to be in some kind of bhakti or something like that? What happens to such a person? So, that talks about Krama Mukti. 7, 9 are very similar, where Ishvara's Swarupa is presented, Ishvara's Swarupa is introduced and glorified. Okay? And it is Paravidya. Paravidya means the knowledge of knowledges, knowing which everything else is known as though. Knowing which everything else is known as though. Is it possible? When you know gold, you know all the ornaments made out of gold. When you know clay, you know all the products made out of clay. So knowing which everything is known as though. You need not know how to make a pot, but you know that in a pot, clay inheres and what is the value of the pot. You need not know how to make a jewelry, a piece of a earring or ear stud or something like that. Okay, there are many people who do not know even how to wear it. Somebody else puts it on for them. So, Paravidya, that's why it is called Raja Vidya. And imagine the battlefield. There are 18 divisions waiting there. There are scholars like Bhishma and Drona and all these people waiting there. Only Arjuna decides to become a Jigyasu Bhakta. That's why it's Raja Guhya. It is not available easily for everybody. It is available only to those who inquire seriously, not casual inquiry, serious inquiry. Vedanta will work for you only if you become a serious student, not a sporadic. Don't worry, none of you are sporadic bhaktas, because I see all of you every week and you have been together with me completing 136 sessions. So none of you is sporadic bhakta. Krishna assures you, you will get Atma Vidya if you have not got it already. Okay? Now, the central theme of this chapter is Ishvara Swarupa. How is it? Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti is the intelligent cause of Srishti. Apara Prakriti is the material cause. They are together. They are always together because the Apara cannot exist without Para Prakriti. And the Para Prakriti, the existence, the presence of Para Prakriti is felt only through Apara Prakriti. So Ishvara and Maya have to be together. Maya is the potential to create. Ishvara is the intelligent cause. So the mixture, okay, that is the central theme. Okay, so both are the cause and both are anadi, beginningless. You can't say when did Maya start, but Maya has an end. Okay, now in the first portion, in the first few portions of this chapter, Krishna concentrates on Para Prakriti. What are the features of the intelligent cause? Okay. It is all intelligent cause. Ishvara is all pervading. Sarva Vyapi. But then why do you puja in one place? Located in a particular place for invocation, puja, meditation. Otherwise, it is Sarva Vyapi, Sarvagataha. And Avyaktaha, not available in a tangible, solid form. If it is available in a solid, tangible form, it is Apara Prakriti. Ishvara exists independent of the Jagat. Gold exists independent of all the ornaments. While the ornaments depend upon gold for their existence, gold does not depend upon ornaments for existence. While all the ornaments are gold, gold is not the ornaments. So Ishvara is independently existence. Ishvara is Srishti, Sthiti, Laya Karta. From Ishvara unfolds, manifests this entire Srishti. It is sustained and unto Ishvara it goes back. Like you, the dreamer, from you the dream projects, it is sustained in you, and into you it goes back. Ishvara is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karta. Okay, this is how it's introduced. Then, if this is Ishvara, Ishvara is Srishti, Ishvara is the Srishti Karta, why does he choose to give me trouble? I know. All of us ask this question. Why did he choose to give me all this trouble? Okay. Why does he have to make me born with bodily defects? Why did he have to choose? So Krishna says, there are two karana. There is one samanya karanam, there is one vishesha karanam. Samanya karana is the general cause, vishesha karana is the specific cause. While Ishvara is the samanya karana, the prarabdha karma of the jiva, of this self-conscious person, is the cause of the struggle of this self-conscious person. And that struggle is called samsara. Where does the struggle come from? I want artha kama. Fine, normal. If I don't get artha kama, I will be unhappy. Problem. I want artha kama somehow. Problem. Because conflicts come. I want artha kama and hold on to it permanently. I don't want to let go. I am looking for permanence in a world of impermanence. This is all called samsara, struggling with things which do not exist. I think I once gave you an example. You want to buy an apartment or a house, they will show you a model flat. You can only see it. You can touch it, feel it, take a photograph. You can't live there. The Srishti is like that. You can look at the world, you can enjoy it, and you can use it to grow. But if you cling on to it, you're in for trouble. That clinging is called samsara. Okay, that's a beautiful word there, which we have, our Swamiji had coined, clasp. CL is claim ownership. If you claim ownership over things which are not yours, you will have anxiety. CLA. Then SP, special prayers for keeping them with you. What is not yours, you are anxious about it, you want to hold on. Samsara. And then in the next section, verses 12 to 19, Krishna introduces, there are two types of people. One group of people are people who are called Durachara. Durachara doesn't mean bad people. Durachara means who are groping in the darkness, who will not accept what you say. Suppose you say, this artha kama and all will not give you permanent peace, security, happiness. He won't accept. Ishvara has to be real to you. He won't accept. Okay. But he continues to study. He will do this, that, but nothing is convinced. He's not convinced about everything. He joins a spiritual organization so that he becomes, what do you call, managing trustee there, not for Atma Jnanam or something. I'm never used to staying in a low position. I want to rise to the top. Even in that place, the fellow wants to do something. So, this person, this group is called, is the Artharthi Bhakta, grope in the darkness, don't go anywhere. At the end of the rat race, they are still rats, they have not become cats. The struggle continues. Samsari. Then comes the second group. We all fall in the second group. We are Jigyasus. We are perfectly okay pursuing Artha Kama, but there are certain boundaries you and I won't cross. I don't want wealth at this cost. I don't want certain things at this cost. I am not willing to make these kind of sacrifices for that kind of results. So, the other group, Jigyasu Bhakta, and what happens to the Jigyasu Bhakta? They have access to Shastra. They have access to Guru. They do Nishkama Bhakti. Hey, I'm talking about you, okay? Nishkama bhakti. Praying for welfare of the family is perfectly okay. It is not sakama bhakti. And you say, Ishvara, you know best. You have suddenly become nishkama. You have risen. We do it all the time. I want this to happen, normal. But I leave it to you, Ishvara, I am grown. Hey, why are you doing this to me, Ishvara? Sorry, that thinking is wrong, Ishvara. I know you'll do me what is good. Hey, I have grown. Even in this moment, I have grown. It's constant growth. That is another category of people who are constantly growing by access to Shastra, by access to Guru, by Bhakti. Okay, the first group is permanently stuck in Artha Kama, Artha Artharthi Bhakti. The second group progresses to Jigyasu Bhakti, can see Jnana Vairagyam growing in them. You will be able to see for yourself a certain adequate, I love this word, a certain sense of abundance in you. You say, I've got everything I want. There is no longing, there is no hankering. There is a sense of abundance. है यार बहुत कुछ है. बहुत दिया देने वाले ने तुझको आंचल भी न समाए. He has given that is not enough to hold in my आंचल. I don't sing. कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहां नहीं मिलता. I don't sing those songs. I sing. बहुत दिया है देने वाले ने मुझको आंचल भी न समाए. अरे there is a sense of abundance going in you. There is a sense of happiness for no particular reason. You are growing. Okay. Then the next section, the teacher takes you into various type of devatas. Only two types of Eka Rupa Devata, Eka Saguna Rupa Ishvara Devata. You do puja, the mind gets a certain focus, the emotions are poured onto that, and all this, Ishvara Arpanam, Ishvara Prasada Bhukti can happen to that one Ishvara. We are expected to grow from Eka Rupa Ishvara to Aneka Rupa Ishvara. That is, I see Krishna and I see Krishna playing various roles. Okay, I see Krishna playing various roles. I see only Krishna, but I see him playing various roles. Aneka Rupa Ishvara. The same Ishvara who took Navanita Chor has now become Gita Acharya. I revel in that glory and his glory and roles. From Ekarupa, Anekarupa, I grow to Vishwarupa Ishvara. Everything in Srishti is Krishna alone for me. In one, I see many. In many, I see one. Ishwarupa Ishvara. That's not final. I see Atmarupa Ishvara. I see this content, this Chaitanyam, this existence, this intelligent cause is Aham Brahmasmi. Three-step fundamental is clear to me. First step, Brahma Satyam. Sat Vastu is absolute reality. Jagan Mithya. This Srishti depends upon the Satya Vastu for its existence. It does not have an independent existence of its own. Second fundamental. The third fundamental, Aham Brahmasmi. That Brahman, that ultimate absolute reality. I am that Chaitanya Swarupam. This is Mithya. So that progress happens. I get ready for this. Okay. Then 20 to 29, Bhagavan drives home this point of two types of bhakti, Sakama Bhakti, where I use Ishvara as a means for my end. The end is Arthakama. From that I grow into Nishkama Bhakti, where the Arthakama pursuit is so that I get Chitta Shuddhi, so that I am able to discharge certain responsibilities. I am able to live my dependence on a certain amount of financial independence. Financial independence is good. I am able to give them all that. But my goal is clear. That is called Purushartha Nishchaya. And I do Nishkama Puja. What is Nishkama Puja? Yeah, at the first level, may all be well. I am included. Okay? At the second level, I don't have to pray for all being well because it's your Srishti, you know how to take care. I only pray for Jnana Vairagya Siddhi. Hey Ishvara, give me that. And then I go to the last 4 verses of this chapter. Glory of Bhakti is Ishvara Anugraha is universally available for all. Shastra is available for all. But you should take the initiative. Atma Kripa is necessary to do Shravana Manana and Nididhyasana. When you are ready, Guru will come. So moksha is your responsibility. Shastra Kripa, Ishvara Anugraha is Ishvara's responsibility. There is a syllabus, there is a course available, and there are teachers available. Baki, aapki marzi. This is called Purushartha Nischaya. I do Purushartha Nischaya that I want moksha, and moksha alone is what I want. Artha Kama is incidental to my moksha pursuit. I go looking for a teacher. Teacher meets me halfway. Believe me, it happens. It happened in my case. If it can happen to an ordinary guy like you, it can happen to all of you. Go looking for a teacher. It's Krishna's responsibility to put a teacher in your ways, in your way. And when a teacher you get, all you have to do is Shravana Manana, systematically, regularly, consistently for a considerable length of time, not sporadically. Then you do Nididhyasana. We'll see Nididhyasana in the coming verses. Nididhyasana is owning up. It is a deliberate thought process. You have to understand here that you are not going for Vedanta for a new experience, but you are going for a certain clarity that I will knock off this inadequate person. So that is required Ishvara. And then it says, moksha is not a prarabdha, it will happen. No, you have to take the initiative. One has to take the initiative. Once you take the initiative, Ishvara Anugraha, Guru Kripa, Shastra Kripa is available. Atma Kripa is essentially, you have to tap the grace, okay, through Nishkama Puja. Understand that material desires are valid and good, but don't allow material desires to bog you down. I need them. I definitely need. I need wealth. I love to live comfortably. But that I'm not going to let the lack affect me. I'm not going to transgress dharma to somehow get arthaka. Attachment to Ishvara will weaken my attachment to Jagat. Attachment to Rama will weaken my attachment to Kama. Beautifully said. So, this and the last verse, Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yukvaivam atmanam mat parayanaha. Learn it by heart. Chant it before bedtime. Keep chanting it till you fall asleep. You will wake up with this thought. So with Guru Kripa, Ishvara Anugraha, Shastra Kripa, we have come this far. We have completed 50%. Atma Kripa is there in all of us. Hopefully, why hopefully? Confidently we can say that our prayers to complete the remaining 9 chapters, which we'll start from our Sasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samastha Sukino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yam Chobarahita Brahmana Santo Nirbhaya Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. We have Nididhyasana sessions in the morning. We are calling it Manan, but they're actually Nididhyasana. Anyone who wants to join can join that regularly, half an hour or more every day. That apart, as we progress, we will try and do. Now that there's a little more freedom for movement and things like that, we'll try and do. My objective, one of my goals is why not have a 3 or 4 day camp where from morning to evening we sit down and do complete one text. In the evening we have bhajans and things like that. We'll try and have. We will learn more. And then the forum is also a way open for discussions. You can send me mail. Thursday morning section, there'll be a question answer session. You're all welcome. Hari Om. May Krishna be in your lives. May your life be transformed by imbibing Bhagavad Gita. Om Namah Shivaya. Om.
Thank you.
Om.
Thank you.
Thank you.